Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Unseen Wisdom. Don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to catch all our deep dives. All right, so today we're going to be looking at Trevor Noah, and specifically his very unique approach to political humor.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when it comes to Donald Trump.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. So, it's fascinating to me how Noah was just consistently able to get under Trump's skin.
It really is.
It seemed like one of the few who could really make Trump squirm.
He really did.
Yeah, you'd think someone like Trump,
You'd think so.
a seasoned public figure, would have a little bit thicker skin, but Noah always found a way to hit a nerve.
I think part of it was just Noah's ability to blend humor with that really sharp social commentary. He wasn't just telling jokes for laughs.
Right.
He was really dissecting Trump's behavior and policies in a way that was both entertaining and insightful.
Yeah, and I think it was also the way he delivered it.
Exactly.
He had that kind of like sly smile.
Uh-huh.
Like, I know I'm getting to you.
Like, I know something you don't know.
Exactly. So, let's
let's dive in.
let's get into some specific examples, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Remember that whole controversy?
There's so many to choose from.
Yeah. Remember that whole controversy about Melania Trump wearing that "I really don't care, do you" jacket?
Oh, yeah. Iconic.
Noah's take on that was just pure gold.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, instead of just like mocking the fashion choice, right?
Right.
He used it as this springboard to analyze Melania's whole public persona. That carefully cultivated air of detachment. Like, he even suggested it was a calculated strategy on her part, a way of just dealing with the constant chaos surrounding her husband.
Oh, interesting. See, that's what I like about his approach, because he kind of posits these really interesting theories.
He does.
It's like he's saying, she's playing the long game,
Like she's watching, taking notes.
A silent observer, just gathering intel.
Totally.
It adds this whole other layer of intrigue to her character.
Yeah, it really makes you question what she really thinking, what she know.
Right.
How much is she really willing to tolerate?
Yeah.
Like, what's her breaking point?
Well, and it also plays into this idea that she's not necessarily a victim in all of this.
Yeah, no, she's complicit.
Right.
She's in on it.
Yeah, and I think
in her own way.
Yeah, and I think that's what made Noah's commentary so interesting, is that he didn't just go for the easy jokes.
No.
He went for those sort of like
he went deep
or thought-provoking.
Yeah, he wanted to make you think a little bit.
Yeah, and then let's not forget that whole bit about Melania secretly taking dance classes.
Oh my God, that was classic. Like, the image of Melania gracefully, practicing her salsa steps while Trump is just ranting on Twitter about fake news. I mean, that is pure comedic genius.
It's funny because it plays on that
the juxtaposition.
Yeah. That stark contrast between their personality.
Absolutely. You've got Trump, this larger-than-life bombastic figure, always in the spotlight.
Yeah.
And then there's Melania just, composed and distant, maybe even finding some humor in the absurdity of it all through dance.
Yeah, it's like he's implying that she has this whole secret life going on.
Totally.
Separate from the whirlwind of the Trump presidency.
Oh, yeah. And which, let's be honest, is a pretty relatable feeling for anyone who's ever felt overwhelmed by, current events, right?
Yeah. Like, sometimes you just got to dance it out. You just got to dance it out.
Yeah. All right. So, speaking of relatable, Noah's recurring joke about Trump trying to deport Melania is both hilarious and thought-provoking.
Oh, totally. On the surface, it's a ludicrous idea. But then when you consider Trump's hardline stance on immigration, it takes on this whole new level of satire. It's like he's saying, look, if Trump is willing to separate families at the border and deport undocumented immigrants, is it really that far-fetched to imagine him turning on his own wife?
It's not. And it makes you think about, the dehumanizing nature of those policies, right? Like, by applying them to somebody Trump supposedly cares about, makes you really question it.
Okay, we got to talk about the fake Melania conspiracy theory.
Oh, my God.
Remember when people were convinced that...
Yeah. That Melania had a body double?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That was pure internet gold.
Oh, man.
And, of course, Noah couldn't resist.
Of course not.
He'd show these photos of Melania from different events highlighting subtle differences in her appearance, jokingly suggesting it was proof of a double. I mean, it was brilliant.
It was so funny. And it tapped into that underlying current of distrust and paranoia.
Oh, totally.
That was so prevalent.
It was like the era of fake news, right?
During the Trump era.
Yeah, and it was like people were so used to Trump just, spreading this misinformation that they were willing to believe anything, no matter how outlandish.
Exactly.
Like, the more outlandish, the better.
Yeah.
It was almost like a game.
It really speaks to Noah's ability to not just riff on current events, but to actually kind of dissect
the cultural anxieties that fuel these conspiracy theories.
Yeah. He wasn't just making fun of it.
No.
He was unpacking the deeper societal forces at play.
Absolutely.
And let's not forget, the guy is a master impressionist.
Oh, yeah.
His Trump impersonation.
Oh, spot on.
Spot on. He captures both the voice and the mannerisms perfectly.
Perfectly.
And he uses that skill
to
great comedic effect.
Yeah.
By embodying Trump,
he's
able to deliver these absurd statements.
With such conviction.
That it becomes both hilarious and unsettling.
It's like he's holding up a mirror to Trump's narcissism and letting us all see just how ridiculous it truly is.
And, the fact that Noah's comedy clearly got under Trump's skin is a testament to its power.
It was?
It wasn't just entertainment.
No.
It was a form of resistance, a way of challenging authority and speaking truth to power through humor.
Absolutely. I mean, if Trevor ever decides he wants to come back home to South Africa...
Oh, we would welcome him.
We'd welcome him back with open arms.
Open arms.
I mean, we're so incredibly proud
Yeah.
of what he's achieved on the global stage.
It's amazing.
It really is. It's inspiring to see someone from South Africa, achieve such success in the world of American comedy. I mean, it speaks to his talent, his intelligence, and his ability to connect with audiences from all walks of life.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's brilliant.
All right, so now that we've kind of set the stage, let's dig a little deeper into some more of Noah's most memorable bits about Trump and Melania.
So much to unpack.
Because honestly, there's just so much to unpack here.
Yeah.
So much.
I'm ready.
So much.
Let's go. And welcome back to The Unseen Wisdom. We're continuing our deep dive into Trevor Noah's comedic takedowns of the Trump presidency. And I'm excited to unpack some more of his
there's so much.
Brilliant bits.
There really is.
I mean, it's amazing how Noah could find humor in practically every aspect of the Trump administration. Even like Melania's brief hospitalization became like comedic fodder for her.
Right. Oh, like when she had that kidney procedure?
That's the one.
Noah couldn't resist quipping that maybe she had her L removed.
He had to.
While she was there, alluding to.
Oh, yeah. Like she just got rid of the
rumors of marital troubles.
The husband, the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like subtle little jab at their relationship.
Yeah, just a little.
But delivered with impeccable timing and wit.
Oh, he's a master at that.
Yeah.
He's a master.
It's like he's saying, hey, even amid serious situations, we can find a moment of levity.
Exactly. Like life is, even when it's politically charged, is full of absurdity. And sometimes the best way to cope is through humor.
Right. But it's not just about making light of serious situations.
No.
Remember how Noah pointed out the contrast between Melania's infrequent public statements?
Oh, yeah.
And their often kind of explosive nature?
Oh, she's very careful with her words.
Right.
He was joking about how Melania rarely speaks.
Right.
But when she does, it's usually to fire someone.
Yeah. You'd be like, sweet Lord, Melania does not mess around.
He would.
We barely hear from her. And then when she does speak, it's to give someone the boot.
She's like, you're out.
Right.
Yeah.
And it creates this fascinating image.
It does.
Of her as a silent but powerful force.
Like she's operating behind the scenes, right?
Yes.
Like a puppet master.
Pulling the strings.
Yeah, exactly. And it plays into that whole air of mystery surrounding her, making her all the more intriguing to watch.
Right.
And it allows Noah to explore the possibility that, she wields more influence than meets the eye.
It's like she's a strategic chess player,
Totally.
Making her moves quietly but decisively.
Yeah, and that's what makes Noah's humor so insightful.
Yeah.
He challenges our assumptions about, power dynamics.
Right.
And he encourages us to look beyond the surface.
Right.
He takes these seemingly mundane observations and turns them into commentary on the, complexities of the Trump White House.
Right. And he does it all with a balance of wit and empathy.
Yeah. It's true.
He's critical of Trump and his administration.
Oh, absolutely.
But he also seems to acknowledge their humanity.
Yeah.
You know, their flaws and insecurities.
I think that's crucial.
Yeah.
You know? His humor isn't about, demonizing his targets.
Right.
It's about exposing their weaknesses.
Right.
And holding them accountable for their actions. He's not just trying to score, cheap laughs.
Yeah.
He's trying to make sense of this, chaotic and often confusing world through the lens of humor.
Right. And he does it brilliantly.
He does.
He makes us laugh, but he also encourages us to think critically about the world around us.
To ask questions.
Yeah.
To not just take things at face value.
Absolutely. Now, we can't talk about Noah's Trump commentary without mentioning
this is a good one.
the revolving door.
Yes. The constant turnover.
Of staff in the White House.
Oh, he had a field day with that.
Oh, he did.
He'd joke about how Trump was running out of people to fire.
Right.
Even comparing it to The Walking Dead. Remember that?
Yeah.
This is like Walking Dead season 6. Oh, no, they killed Derek.
It's brilliant. He's a master at weaving those pop culture references into his political commentary.
He makes it so accessible.
Yeah, making it relatable and accessible.
Yeah.
Even for those who might not follow politics that closely.
And he makes it fun. He makes it engaging.
It's not just about telling jokes.
Yeah.
It's about creating a shared experience.
Yeah.
A sense of community through laughter.
And that's what humor can do.
Right.
Especially when you're using pop culture as that common ground.
Right.
You can bridge that gap between the political and the personal.
So we've explored Melania's jacket.
We have.
Her dance classes, the deportation jokes.
Well, I've covered a lot.
The fake Melania conspiracy. And the staff turnover.
Yeah.
But what do you think is the underlying message behind all of this?
Oh, that's a good question.
What's Noah ultimately trying to say about Trump and his presidency?
I think at its core, Noah's humor really highlights the deep-seated insecurity and insatiable need for attention that just drove Trump's every action.
Yeah.
He constantly exposes Trump's fragile ego,
Right.
his inability to handle criticism, and his tendency to just lash out like a child when things don't go his way. He's like a big baby.
Right.
And he just,
It's like he's saying, look, this guy is not fit to lead.
Exactly.
He's too easily manipulated by his emotions.
Yeah.
Too obsessed with himself.
Yeah.
And too disconnected from reality.
Yeah, he's living in his own little world.
To handle the responsibility.
Yeah, a world of
the president's
alternative facts.
And he delivers this message.
He does.
With a smile and a wink.
With that charm, that disarming charm.
Making it palatable for audiences who might otherwise be turned off with overt political commentary.
He doesn't hit you over the head with it.
Right.
It's subtle.
It's like spoonful of sugar.
Yeah.
That helps the medicine go down.
Yeah, and he makes it fun to engage with these, important issues.
Yeah.
Which is no small feat.
No, it's not.
In this day and age.
It's a real talent.
It is. Especially with the political climate being so divisive.
Yeah.
It's hard to find that common ground.
Right.
But he does it.
But there's another layer to it as well.
Oh, there's always another layer with Noah.
I think Noah's also critiquing the culture of celebrity and spectacle.
Oh, 100%.
That surrounded Trump.
Yeah, he's fascinated by that.
He pokes fun at Trump's obsession with appearances.
Yeah, with the wealth, with the extravagance.
Right.
The gold, everything, And
his tendency to treat politics like a reality TV show.
Yeah, it's all a game to him, right?
It's like he's saying, this isn't a game.
It's not.
This is real life.
It is.
With real consequences.
For real people.
For real people.
Yes. Exactly. He uses that humor to remind us that we shouldn't be distracted.
Right.
By the glitz and glamour,
By the tweets and tantrums.
The tweets and the tantrums. We need to focus on the substance.
Yes.
The policies.
Yeah.
The real world impact of Trump's decisions.
Behind all the noise, there are real people being affected.
100%.
By these decisions.
And I think that's what makes his comedy so powerful.
Yeah.
It's not just entertainment.
Right.
It's a call to action.
It's a reminder.
Yeah.
It's a powerful message, and it clearly struck a chord with audiences.
Oh, it did.
Especially those who felt disillusioned.
Yeah, or angered.
Or angered by Trump's actions.
Yeah, he gave them a voice. He let them know they weren't alone.
It's like he was saying, It's okay to laugh at this.
It is.
Because it is absurd.
It's okay to be angry.
Yeah.
It's okay to be frustrated.
But don't let it consume you.
Yeah.
You know?
Find the humor in it.
Find the humor.
And use that humor.
And use it to fuel your resistance.
To fuel your resistance.
And to fight back.
And it clearly got under Trump's skin.
Oh, absolutely. Which again speaks volumes about the effectiveness of Noah's approach.
Right.
He wasn't just telling jokes.
He was challenging authority.
Yeah. Speaking truth to power. Through humor. Through the power of laughter.
Before we move on to the final part of our deep dive.
Okay.
I want to ask our listeners.
Yes.
What do you think is the most effective way
Oh, that's a good question.
to use humor
Yeah.
to address political issues?
Should it be sharp and satirical, like Noah's approach?
Right.
Or should it be more lighthearted and observational?
Right.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
We want to know what you think.
What do you think?
What resonates with you?
Yeah.
Because ultimately, you know, humor is subjective.
It is.
And what one person finds funny, another person might find offensive.
Right.
So let's have a conversation about it.
Absolutely.
Let's explore the different ways that humor can be used
Yes.
to engage with these complex issues.
And I'm also curious to hear your thoughts on whether humor
Oh, this is a big one.
can be a force
Can it actually make a difference?
for political change.
Or is it just entertainment? Right. Can laughter really make a difference in the world?
That's the question.
Or is it ultimately just entertainment?
Is it just a distraction?
Right.
Or can it be something more?
Something to think about.
Something to ponder.
Welcome back to the Unseen Wisdom. So as we wrap up our deep dive into Trevor Noah and his comedic genius, I want to touch on something that I think really sets him apart.
Okay.
And that's his global perspective.
Oh, absolutely. Coming from South Africa,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
it gives him this very unique vantage point on American politics.
Yes.
You know, it's like he's able to see the absurdities and the
Yeah.
contradictions
Yeah.
with a clarity that, you know, many Americans caught up in the day-to-day might miss.
Right. It's like having an outsider's perspective.
Yeah.
Offering a fresh look at things
Totally.
that we might take for granted.
100%.
Yeah.
Remember when Noah joked about Americans' obsession with, you know,
Oh, yeah.
being the greatest country in the world, yet freaking out when foreign countries interfere in their elections.
Yeah.
He was comparing it to, you know, someone saying, you know,
Yeah.
this is my girlfriend, she's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Right.
But hey, why are you looking at her? Don't talk to her.
Right.
Don't even think about her.
It's so true, though.
It is.
He's pointing out the hypocrisy.
Yeah, the hypocrisy of American exceptionalism.
Yeah.
Right, the bluff and superiority, but at the same time, fearing outside influence
Right.
doesn't make sense.
It's that ability to expose contradictions with humor
Absolutely.
that makes his commentary so sharp.
And it's a perspective you just don't often get
Right.
from someone born and raised within the American system.
Yeah. He isn't afraid
He's not afraid to ruffle some feathers.
to challenge the dominant narrative,
Yeah, to make people think.
to question assumptions that many Americans might not even realize they hold.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
He's challenging the status quo.
And that's what makes him such a valuable voice.
Yeah.
You know, he broadens our understanding of the world.
Yeah.
He challenges our biases.
It makes us question things.
And he encourages us to see things from multiple perspectives.
And that's so important, you know, in today's world
It is.
where everything is so polarized.
So easy to
You know, you're either on one side or the other.
get caught in your own little bubble.
And he's like, hey, step outside that bubble for a second
Right.
and let's look at things from a different angle.
And he does it so masterfully.
He
You
does.
know, blending that humor
Yeah. He makes you laugh,
and social commentary.
but he also makes you think,
Yeah.
which is a rare combination.
Making you laugh while prompting a deeper reflection.
He's a master.
Yeah.
He really is.
And it can be incredibly effective
Oh, incredible.
at exposing hypocrisy and holding those in power accountable, would you
Yep.
say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Remember when Noah compared Trump's approach to immigration to apartheid in South Africa?
Oh, that was powerful.
It was. He drew this direct parallel between, you know, policies of racial segregation
Yeah.
and, you know, the rhetoric of building walls and
Right.
banning Muslims.
He used his personal experience
He did.
growing up under apartheid
To really illuminate
to illuminate the dangers of Trump's policies.
the parallels.
It challenged the notion that America is somehow immune to the evils of racism
Yeah, America's not perfect.
and discrimination.
No country is.
Right.
But it's important to acknowledge those flaws.
by connecting these seemingly disparate issues.
Yeah, he helps us.
He helps us see the bigger picture.
See the bigger picture.
The interconnectedness of global events.
Global events.
And the importance of fighting for justice and equality, no matter where we are.
No matter who you are.
It's truly inspiring.
It is.
You know.
It gives you hope.
It reminds us that we all have a role to play.
We do.
In making the world a better...
more just place.
More just place.
Absolutely.
And he shows us that humor.
It can be powerful.
It can be a powerful tool for change.
It brings people together.
Yeah.
It sparks conversations.
Yeah.
And it can inspire action.
And it can be a source of hope.
It can be.
And resilience.
Even in the face of...
Even in the face of adversity.
Darkness and despair.
Speaking of hope, earlier we talked about how South Africa would welcome Trevor Noah back.
Oh, we would.
With open arms.
Anytime.
It makes me wonder about his legacy.
It's gonna be a powerful one.
Both in America and globally.
He's left his mark.
What do you think he'll be remembered for?
I think he'll be remembered as a comedian who used his platform to speak truth to power, to challenge the status quo and to make people think differently about the world. You know, he wasn't afraid to tackle difficult topics, but he always did it with wit and intelligence.
He entertained and enlightened us.
He did.
Prompting laughter and reflection in equal measure.
That's the sweet spot right there.
Yeah. And his global perspective will be a key part of his legacy.
Oh, absolutely. He helped us see beyond our own borders and recognize the shared humanity that connects us all.
A true citizen of the world.
Absolutely.
And I believe that his humor will continue to inspire
it will.
And challenge audiences.
For years to come.
For years to come.
He's a legend.
Yeah.
He's an icon.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into the world of Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah.
And his unique brand of political humor.
Oh, what a ride.
It's been quite a journey.
It has.
It has.
It's been a pleasure.
And to all our listeners, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
On this exploration of unseen wisdom.
We appreciate you.
If you enjoyed this deep dive,
we hope you learned something.
Be sure to like, comment,
and had a few laughs along the way.
And subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
For more insightful and entertaining content.
For another deep dive.
Until next time, keep exploring the world.
Keep those minds open.
With curiosity.
And those hearts light.
And a sense of humor.
We'll see you soon.